And a recent audit revealed that we have about 4.6 million active charge cards and accounts. 4.6 million. Ugh, credit cards from bureaucrats. That's part of the problem. Cruise lines, telemarketing, boat dealers, campers, fur shops, wig and toupee shops. Fanny's getting a weave. A Secret Service scuffle underway, and now we've got videos of two apparent Secret Service agents trying to beat the heck out of each other. This video came over from Susan Crabtree telling us that RC Politics, Real Clear Politics, has now obtained video footage of a fight between two Secret Service women in the uniform division when they were beating each other outside Obama's residence last week. One of them called their supervisor and said, "You better get over here before I whoop this girl's A." The skirmish raises new questions about whether DEI is still plaguing the Secret Service, even though Trump said get rid of it. Secret Service not responding to any inquiries. The video's coming up, but here is what Susan Crabtree reported previously. It says two female Secret Service division officers in uniform got into a physical fight outside Obama's DC residence while they were guarding it. The fracas occurred at 2:30 in the morning last week, early on Wednesday, according to two sources in the Secret Service community themselves. The lack of professionalism was on display during the fight, and in a call, one of the women made a recorded Secret Service line she called and requested a supervisor come to the scene immediately before I whoop this girl's A. The woman officer who made the call was upset that her shift replacement was late and assailed her verbally and physically when she finally did arrive to relieve her. Audio of the call is now circulating among agents, and we'll listen to it in a minute. It's unclear whether either woman was injured or whether they will be disciplined over this. The fight did not wake anyone in the Obama residence or the surrounding neighborhood. The incident is raising concerns about the lowering of hiring standards and saying, well, maybe there's a DEI push to add more minorities and women to the ranks under Kimberly Cheadle, who was one of the worst Secret Service directors in American history who got Trump shot in the head. Cheadle says she resigned under a cloud of the Butler attack, and the Secret Service has experienced low morale and a severe manpower shortage, which is now contributing to this. And here is what the call sounded like. Secret Service agents beating each other's A's.
Immediately before I whoop the girl's ass.
Oh! So Secret Service agents beating each other, apparently. Here's what the video looked like of these two going at it outside Obama's residence. What's going on over there? Wow! Secret Service. Man, she shoved her out of the way. Get off my shift. This is my shift. You're supposed to be here earlier. Get the heck out of here. Two Secret Service agents outside protecting the Obama residence. So not looking good. An incident that involved a physical attack. This was another article from Susan Crabtree, and this one I think was a while ago. A Kamala attack, which occurred April 25th. That's right. Remember that one? Another Secret Service agent was removed after physically attacking the commanding agent in charge when they were protecting Kamala. So it's just a disaster over there, but at least they're not protecting Trump. You know what I'm saying? So if they want to beat each other outside Obama's residence, that's fine. Now, Joni Ernst is wondering where a lot of this corruption is going and sent a letter over to the Inspector General, the Comptroller General. Senator Joni Ernst says, DOD bureaucrats have made 11,000 transactions with credit cards that are known to be high-risk merchants. Clubs, casinos, and adult entertainment. Maybe some Grey Goose for Fanny, who knows? James Comer and I are calling for a complete review of all federal credit cards and their use to stop this abuse. Here's the letter. All right, dear Comptroller, for decades, the GAO, Government Accountability Office, has uncovered persistent waste, fraud, and abuse in federal charge card programs. And a recent audit revealed that we have about 4.6 million active charge cards and accounts. 4.6 million. Ugh, credit cards from bureaucrats. That's part of the problem. They spent $40 billion in the last fiscal year alone. Now, recent reports have found that agencies consistently fail to use modern tools to identify waste and fraud. In fact, in a recent review, the GAO found that none of the programs could provide examples of even looking at card spending patterns. No one even checks. This lack of oversight is further underscored by another report. The DOD Office of Inspector General found 7,800 transactions at known high-risk merchants, including casino ATMs, mobile application stores to buy all their Candy Crush points. The report also found 3,246 purchases made at bar lounges, discos, nightclubs, taverns, alcoholic drinking merchants, holidays, major sporting events, and more. Now, we're skeptical that any of these these purchases were made in support of the DoD's mission. And this is not the first report the DoD has conducted in recent years. This is because the DoD has found that we haven't used any anti-fraud policies at all to identify fraud and waste and abuse. Tens of billions of dollars go out, and so we want to know how you're spending this money. Specifically, we want the following questions answered. What criteria do you use when you give employees credit cards? Do you monitor these at all? What is your training using Smart Pay? And how much money did you spend on all of these things? Wow. Dating, online dating for their swipe apps, matchmaking services, all their OnlyFans subscriptions, bail and bond payments for their crimes, gambling, put it all on black, state lottery, cannabis and marijuana, babysitting while they're out at the casino, childcare, jewelry, horoscopes, yeah, weight loss, yeah, you know, that's one you might want to actually get behind. They actually used it for weight loss. Massage, cruise lines, telemarketing, boat dealers, campers, fur shops, wig and toupee shops, fannies getting a weave, record shops, and more. All right, so all of it continues going on. Timeshares, massage parlors, casinos, horse racing, gambling, state lotteries, and more. Just amazing. So how much of this was spent on each of those things? How many agencies spend on charge cards and late fees? How many inactive cards do you have? Please ID all of your management programs, what qualifies as a split purchase, and more. Give us this information and give it to us now. Signed, sincerely, your friends, Joni Ernst and James Comer. I can't wait to see those numbers, man. So hopefully we know how many wigs and weaves the Biden officials got for their staff, and they get to the bottom of it. So Secret Service in disarray, DoD spending money like lunatics. We'll keep our eye on this. Hopefully those credit cards get cut.